Basic Instinct, 1992, number 9 globally.
Memorable movie, that one, for young teenage Squirrell.
Top 5 Face-Off contains adult themes and language that some people may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised.
He's Matt Hurst.
He's Matt Squirrell.
And this is Top 5 Face-Off, the official world rankings of everything. What are we ranking today, Hurst?
Well, depending on which country you're in, we will be ranking the top 5 movie dynasties or dynasties.
It's coming right up after this.
If there's more than one, then there's a best and a worst. If there's more than 5, call Squirrell and Hurst. It's the top 5 Face-Off. Actual fact. It's the top 5 Face-Off. Facts are exact. Top 5 Face-Off. Top 5 Face-Off. Official world ranking. What's next? You decide.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, rankers. Welcome back. Or, if you're new to the show, welcome.
Hello.
Come in right at the last minute because this is actually the last episode of Season 2.
It is.
But for these new rankers, Squirrel, why don't you tell them what we do here and, of course, why we do it?
Yes, hello, new rankers. This is Top 5 Face-Off, the official world rankings of everything. Each week, we take a topic suggested by one of our Patreons, and we choose the top 5 and the worst thing in that topic and rank them. And then you, the ranker at home, decides which one of us is correct, because one of us is always correct, and go to the website, www.top5faceoff.co.uk, and vote for your winner. And one of us will be entered. One of us doesn't get entered into the official history list, do we, Hurst?
It's our list.
We're there already.
We should have many world records by now.
But the list itself is locked in to history forever as the top 5 of that particular subject. And as we said earlier, today we're doing the top 5 acting dynasties, and that is how we're going to say it. Sorry.
Yeah, I watch a lot of American film and everything's about dynasties, and now it's just become the way I say it. I'm sure Squirrell has his reasons as well, probably something American that you're into.
It's the TV show, right? I mean, dynasty isn't really a word we use so much in the UK, or at least I don't think so, do we?
No, not really. Anyway, we also did decide that it's going to be the movie dynasties because acting dynasties eliminated a lot of people and made it too difficult. So sorry, whoever's topic it was. We've decided to... Thanks for the topic, Adam, but we've decided to expand it a little bit because it seemed to make sense. But we don't want to get straight to the point because we are British and we like to do other things first. And as I mentioned... End of season.
Ow. That was so loud in my ears.
But yes, it's super exciting. Episode 40. We are at the very end of season 2. Can you believe it? How the time flies.
You say that, but we have been doing this since fucking December, right? We came back with Christmas songs, I think.
Well, no, I think we came back before that, didn't we? We've been doing it forever. Well, it must be approximately 40 weeks.
I have a website that can tell us, it turns out. Let's have a look.
So, yeah, 40 whole episodes. I've actually been having a little listen back to some of the old ones just for giggles. And, yeah, there's a few things we haven't done recently. We haven't done any verbing my noun. We haven't come up with any new exciting ways to talk about that.
I forgot about verbing our nouns.
Yeah, that was good times. Yeah, so we talk about stuff. We maybe mention it, but I actually had a good think about what's been waxing my pubes this week, and I've got something for that. I've got stuff for me old, and so much stuff has been going on. So, plus, weather's still hot. We'll just bench that right now. Weather's still hot, drought, heat wave,
absurdly
blah, blah, blah.
hot. Yeah, hosed by band, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Aside from that, what's been going on, Squirrel?
What has been going on? What did we do last time out?
Well, I mean, I injured myself playing cricket.
Yes. Oh, because you're old now.
Yeah, I have been in the nets twice since then. So
very nice.
Oh, we might as well talk about that. Yeah, so obviously the first week was brutal. Couldn't move properly for 5 days. Thought, is this going to work? But I went back week 2 and almost immediately pulled my groin on the first ball I tried to bowl. It's like real twinge. I was like, oh crap! So I stopped and I stretched off for another 5 minutes. Like, yeah, that'd be fine. Bowled another one. It hurt even more. It's like, good God. Stretched off for another 10 minutes. Then just bowled really serenely all night and didn't bat, and it was manageable. 3 days of pain instead of 5, so okay.
Brilliant. You're getting better.
In week 3, I stretched the hell out of all of my muscles before I went down there. Plus, I've been working out the muscles that hurt from it, and it only hurt for one day. So, I did the sensible thing, got all the kit, and I'm now playing a cricket match next weekend. So, yeah,
Ooh.
I managed 2 hours of training without batting, so I'm going to go and do a 4-hour match, and I'm sure I'll be fine.
Who are you against?
I'm going to be playing in the dev team, which is basically for the really people who have not got a clue what they're doing. So that's perfect.
That seems fair.
We're away at Glapwell. Never heard of it, but apparently they have a cricket team.
You've lost that home crowd advantage.
Yeah, I know. Straight out there into the hostile rivalry of Glapwell versus Retford, the dev teams. So yeah, that's part of what's been going on.
Well, very good luck in is it your cricket match debut? I guess not, because you did it when you were very young. Certainly your Retford debut.
Yeah, after having finished school, so I guess my first adult cricket match, which is, that's something. Another little thing I thought might make you chuckle. When I downloaded the sound buttons to try and find party sound effects a minute ago, I was looking for that already, that kind of blower thing. First one was like, Diddy Party, what's that?
Oh, no.
Sorry, yeah. Please keep on doing it.
So yeah, that's just on the sound buttons buttons world. That's the first one that you press if you get party.
Welcome to Top 5 Face Off. If you're having to explain that to somebody younger than you in your car or something, I apologize. Oh yeah.
But it's we did disclaim at the start. But if you are listening to it in a car with someone younger, then this is on you, really.
Yes. My old boss, he went on a stag do where they were flying, and in the groom's luggage, they hid one of them big-ass speakers, like the Bluetooth speakers, that someone could switch on remotely from their phone. And as it was on, just as soon as he stepped away and let it trundle down the conveyor to go through the scanner, they just powered through some poor lady just, oh yeah, and it's just blaring out of his suitcase. Good effort.
That's good stuff. Guys are such dicks to each other.
Yeah, they are. But of course, you can't touch it. You can't get it back. It's behind that little wall. So you just kept going.
Brilliant. Good stuff. Harriet and the boy back?
They are back, and I have been having car shenanigans. I haven't personally been having car shenanigans, although I have because it is technically my car, but the car my child drives needed an MOT, and to get its MOT, it needed some new bits. So we put some new bits on it, and he's driving back from where we put the bits on it, and he rings me and goes, "It's making a funny noise." And I'm like, "What sort of funny noise is it making?" And I can just hear through his phone, and I'm like, "Stop." I'm in a separate car. And I go back to find him. And yeah, the fucking tires just he's run something over and the tires just come right off because God knows how long he's been driving on it.
Jesus.
So I'm like, fine. And I ring the RAC and they're like, I know that car, registration, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, we can't actually come out and get you. I'm like, why the hell not? And they're like, because your car's not taxed. And I'm like, bloody is? It's been taxed for ages. They're like, well, it's not showing as taxed here. So I look on the government thing. Not only is it not fucking taxed, it hasn't changed hands since 2022, and I bought it last year. So, something's gone wrong there. So, we filled in some fun paperwork for the DVLA and sent that off, and I expect that maybe soon, when it all goes through and the car is backdated to me for a year, there'll be a whole bunch of tickets of non-taxed vehicle charges coming through. So, there's an exciting moment going to come up in my life during the break.
Oh, man, that sucks.
But that leads quite nicely into what's been pinching my nips, Hurst.
Oh, go on.
Because to re-register the car with the DVLA, you have to fill out a form and you have to pay 25 quid. All right, fair enough. It's a form. It's a bit of paper. You have to give them a check.
What?
The fuck? Like, do I know where my... I don't think I have a checkbook. I think I read
definitely don't have a checkbook.
Time ago. And I'm like, oh shit. And they're like, who do we know that might have a checkbook?
Are you sure this isn't a scam? That's got to be a scam, right?
No, it's just because they live in the dark ages. Like, oh, you could send a post lord. I don't know what that fucking is.
So they can check their database and issue fines based on the stuff that's happening automatically from their database, but they still need a check.
Yes, and normally you can pay them online for stuff, but I think because I was having to post this in anyway, because it needed a signature, I don't fucking know, but yeah, I had to find a friend with a textbook. Fortunately, I have a bit of a moniker from friends. Coded me. Wait, what did I say?
A textbook. I thought you said a textbook.
Oh, maybe I did. I meant checkbook. But yeah, fortunately, I have a bit of a moniker from friends coded mate. And like,
Nice.
if anyone's got a checkbook, she's got a checkbook. And like, my other mate was like, not only is she going to have a checkbook, but she's going to know where it is and how many pages are left in it. And she did have a checkbook and she did know where it is. And she had a paying in book underneath her checkbook. I'd not seen one of them for so long.
Well, shout out to that excellent Monica friend for saving your nibs.
But it did give us an excuse to go to the pub so she could write the check.
Yeah, it's been slapping my thighs.
Go ahead.
When you're on something like Instagram and you watch any kind of cool video, if you go to the comments, someone guaranteed will have just written AI.
Everything is AI now.
Just the laziest possible baiting there is. It's 2 letters, and these are the kind of bellends who have always been out there trolling and baiting people. And now all they do is just go AI. Next one, AI.
Nothing ever happens.
Oh, it's just so annoying. Bugs me. Most annoying.
We are not AI, Hurst. We should point that out to the rankers. I am actually an real person.
Yes.
And I don't know how to prove that. Oh, I can swear. Fuck you. AI doesn't do the swearing, does it?
OMG, Squirrel is sitting at his desk. He is doing the top 5 face-off.
Trust us, fellow humans. Right, before we get fucking massively sidetracked, even for us, anything else you want to bring up before we dig into what happened last week?
Yeah, all sorts. I made lots of notes. I worked really hard this week.
Oh, wow.
Someone implied in the Meatloaf episode that I'd maybe phoned it in a bit. I was like, right, wow. Like you guys, I'm going to work really hard this week.
You'll fucking regret it, rankers. I'm already regretting it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're gonna love it. I've got a handout for you coming up. Anyway, we need to find out what happened last time.
We do. Let me open the page that will show me. We were discussing movie opening. We were discussing movie opening sequences, and yeah.
Wow, I mean, that was quite a reaction. Squirrel actually hasn't looked this week, rankers.
No.
So that was his reaction to seeing the scores or the number of
Not
comments.
the scores. No, if you remember, Hurst, you put out a specific call to action.
Yes. Okay, we reached 100. That was the big one, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, we can't. Just to temper your expectations.
Oh.
But let's find out how close we got. But first of all, of course, you have the ability to write us comments, rankers, and you do, and we're very pleased about that. Hurst, who do you think got in there first?
Probably Meg98 and a push.
She did, and she said,
Meg98.
Inglourious Bastards took it for me. I saw it at the cinema, and I don't think I leaned back in my chair once. Thanks, Meg.
Fair enough. Good film.
A vote for you, Hurst. Tough one today. 9 really good intros. Hurst wins due to it not having the Lion King intro in it. What? Which, although good, doesn't trouble my top X list, so the one without it wins. That's anonymous. Fucking lucky it is, otherwise I'd be on their way to their house.
Harriet sitting there baiting you.
Apparently didn't listen to this one, Hurst. She was having too much fun in Canada because, being on a plane is a rubbish place to listen to podcasts. In the beginning, there was Davpaz. Bloody hell, that was a close call this week. I could only separate the 2 lists by ranking all 10 in a theoretical list of my own, and Star Wars came bottom. Sorry, Hurst. If I had to add my own honorable mention, it would go for The Cube. Or Cube. Tense, quiet, and ultimately gross. Loved it. That's from Davpaz, who voted for me. Thank you, Davpaz. You're quite right. The Cube was a good one. Excellent list there. Tough pick. But Squirrel gets the vote because I defy you both and have picked based on your worst. No, but seriously. Lion King and Arsene Wenger deserve the official first place. Arsene Wenger's the song. Okay.
Yeah.
That's from Money Slinger. And then he puts in brackets, probably slightly influenced by the worst. Well, it's a good job we're having a break so Hurst can get over that.
That was right, though.
Shane here. Started listening to Top 5 last week at work and have binged every episode in just over a week. Really enjoying it.
Yes, Shane.
Holy shit, Shane. Jesus Christ, mate.
Yes, mate.
That is some dedication.
Excellent ranking.
He goes on to say, Lion King would have won my vote if this was a top 1. However, as it's a top 5, Hurst gets my vote mainly for Indiana Jones and Star Wars with John Williams doing John Williams things.
Yeah.
I was initially outraged at Saving Private Ryan being the worst. Then once you reminded me of what is actually the opening sequence, I feel like I've been lied to since 1998. Shane votes for you. Thanks, Shane. Good to have you here with us. Sorry you joined just as we're about to pack it in for a bit.
Yeah, you should have probably saved that binge like over a few weeks.
Oh, yeah, should have dragged it out a bit. But then they might not have been able to vote. So, you know.
Oh, that's true.
Another vote for you, Hurst. Lightsaber battles, diner holdups, bullet time, parkour, espionage, and a giant boulder. Hard to argue with that resume. Love, love, love them all from One Good Leg. Thanks, One Good Leg.
Thank you, One Good Leg. Good call.
Here's one for me, and I'm just going to read this phonetically. Na Anavenya Mama Sichi Amar. So thank you very much, Anonymous, there, for whatever the beginning of the Lion King is meant to sound like. Not like that. It sounds better. I vote for you, Hurst. This one just says Star Wars. That is all.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Don't forget to put your names on these rankers or we don't know who you are. Like this. Ohio here. First off, yes. I'd like to apologize for my fellow Americans and our inability to vote properly in all sorts of things. But today I'm voting for Hurst. The Lion King nearly stole it, but Indy snatched it away. There we are. Thank you, Ohio.
Well done, Ohio.
Yeah, I think we had a bit of a dig at Ohio for Americans voting for the wrong things, didn't we?
Yeah, I think Ohio cops a lot of slack for anything America.
He does.
Both the expert on everything and also to blame for everything. So, sorry about that, Ohio. But we are saying Dynasties. And we'll say, yeah, that's for you.
All right. Yeah, just for you, Ohio. And here we go again. All iconic choices. Our list at home contained both The Lion King and Star Trek. Brackets, Star Trek Beyond was equally as awesome too, in my opinion. Close brackets. So this week is a vote for Squirrell. Looking forward to Series 3 already. Matt off of Matt and Laura. Thanks, Matt off of Matt and Laura.
Matt and Laura, friends of the show.
Episode 4, A New Vote. It is a period of intense cinematic debate. Enthusiastic listeners across the galaxy have assembled to cast their final votes in the ultimate battle of movie openings. Although a valiant Squirrell delivered a commendable tribute to the terrifying legacy of Scream, supreme victory belongs to Hurst.
Yes.
Commanding an unstoppable arsenal featuring Raiders of the Lost Ark, Star Wars, The Matrix, and Pulp Fiction, Hurst has established total dominance over the airwaves. With the dust settling over the cosmos, a decisive and easy triumph has been secured this week. That's from Trooper, who votes for you. Thank you.
Bravo, Trooper. You know, that's the first person who's even mentioned Pulp Fiction. There's been a lot of talk of Star Wars and Lion King and Raiders and that, but my number one's only just got its first mention.
That's true. If you had just heard me tippy-tapping, Hurst, it's because I suddenly remembered that we had someone email us because they forgot to put their comment on. So here comes that email. Oof, strap in. As Season 2 draws to a close, I'd like to look back at the season of Hurst and see what impact this whole movement has actually had on the official world rankings of everything. Out of the 18 episodes so far, in Series 2, I assume they mean?
Yeah.
Of course, the season of Hurst. Hurst has come on top in 8 of them. That is less than half, which means, mathematically speaking, the entire season of Hurst has been a colossal waste of everyone's time, and for that I can only apologize. Still, at least we had fun along the way. Think of all the people we've met, brackets, Haley Fox, close brackets, and the good times we've shared. Also, it took everything in my power not to vote for The Lion King this week. Sorry, Squirrel, but the season of Hurst has to whimper to a halt so it can be safely decommissioned ahead of Series 3. Yours, The Vision. Thank you, The Vision.
If I win this one and the next one, then we draw the season. If not, then you go 2-0 for seasons.
Oh, that is true. How many more have we got? 2 more. All right. This list included so many of my favorites. Raiders, Star Wars, Bond, and of course The Matrix. I agree with Squirrel on The Lion King and Up. This is a great episode. Keep it up, chaps. Cheers, Cov. Who do you think he might have voted for? Because
feels like it was you.
it was not.
Good on, Cov.
Thanks, Cov.
It's like a shit sandwich, isn't it? He says all nice things and in the middle of it is the Hurst wins.
And finally, boys. Last week's episode was the first podcast ever to make me cry, and I have no idea why. Stupid fucking Lion King music. What's that about? Not something I expected to have to explain to my kids in the car. From Anonymous. Now, listen, Anonymous, couple of things. 1, sorry for making you cry, but the Lion King music is emotional. I get it. 2, don't listen to us with your kids. Fuck, I hope you haven't listened to this one with your kids after the daddy party earlier.
Yeah, the Diddy party button. Do not push the Diddy party button. If you see one, do not push it.
Anyway, that is all of the comments, Hurst. We're just coming down to the final results. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's suddenly there's something on the line. I mean, if the visions maths are right, which they probably are, because I haven't looked it up yet.
But you're a stats guy.
Yeah, but I'll do that once we finish the season.
Oh, okay.
But if he's right, it means I need this one to have a chance of drawing the season. So suddenly that's added a new level of intensity. Now, I know we haven't got to the 100 votes because you already told me that. So just put me out my misery.
Hurst, I got 33.
Okay.
You got 40.
Yes!
He looks happy, Rankers. He looks
73 votes, though, Rankers. Amazing stuff.
Pretty good.
Is that the record now, 73? Well, stats, I'll get onto the stats. Well,
I don't do stats.
Off-season, I'll look it up.
So for the last time this season, Hurst, please let us know the official top 5 movie intros.
At number 5, Casino Royale. Number 4, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Number 3, The Matrix. At number 2, Star Wars 4, A New Hope. And at number 1, the very greatest movie opening sequence of all time is Pulp Fiction.
I said last week that I wasn't going to be unhappy whoever won because they are great lists. So, yeah.
That was a fun one to do. I really enjoyed that.
A good one. Speaking of Hurst, you were telling me you've got handouts, you've got things to talk about, you've got all sorts of cruff to throw at the rankers this time. So
I do.
Shall we kick on with it?
Let's do it.
Let's get ranking. So before I flip the coin, Hurst, I said off-air, Rankers, that I wasn't even sure what a dynasty was. I just assumed it meant family. And Hurst tells me he knows exactly what a dynasty is, and he's saved it till, well, right now, I guess. Hit me with your knowledge, Hurst.
I don't actually know, as it happens, a lot of what the big Hollywood or acting or movie dynasties are. Obviously, I've heard of a lot of the names, but to sit and go, which one's best? I needed to really get down to some science. So I have done it scientifically, mathematically, however you want to call it. And there are 5 scoring categories. Number 1 is Oscar wins. Number 2 is Oscar nominations, that not including the ones they won. Number 3 is box office impact. I'll come back to that in a minute. Number 4, family contribution. And number 5, the dynasty span, how long it's been going on. So obviously Oscar wins is a massive indicator of how good quality someone is in their field. So that was 40 points each Oscar win. Oscar nominations was only 5 points each because obviously there's a lot of nominations per win. So it shouldn't have had the same impact. So it didn't. And there will be a lot more nominations than went.
Yeah.
The 3, the box office ones. So this was difficult because obviously these families have done many, many movies, some of them maybe even hundreds. So what I did was I chose the annual ranking points from their best 5 film, and the best 5 film, because obviously a film in the 60s couldn't gross billions. It just wouldn't have been happening. So I used their strongest box office film based on their worldwide annual rank from the year. So if they ranked number 1 in the 60s, that would score them more points than something that ranked 5 but scored $1 billion at the box office in 2023 or whatever. So for the number 1 film that year was 20 points. If it was second or third, that's 15. If it was 4 to 10, then it was 10 points. 11 to 25, 6 points. 26 to 53 points. 51 to 101 point. And if it was outside the top 100, obviously it didn't score anything.
Okay.
So that's the box office element. We just took the top 5 films from that dynasty based on their annual rank, because otherwise it was just going to be impossible. Family contribution was 2 points per qualifying family member plus a discipline multiplier. So if someone was just an actor, they got the 2 points. If they had an extra discipline, then they would score an extra, there would be a 1.5 multiplier. 3 disciplines is 2 times multiplier, and 4 disciplines there's a 2.5 times multiplier, and the disciplines were acting, directing, producing, screenwriting, cinematography, editing, or composing, all important, well, the most important elements of filmmaking. Qualifying threshold for family members. This was another one because there's a lot of people who married into acting dynasties or, were sort of part of it, but shouldn't really be credited. So qualifying threshold, a person counts only if they have at least one of these 5: an Oscar nomination, 10 credited feature films, a significant role on 5 widely released films, writer, director, or producer credit on 3 feature films, 3 or more, or a major credited role in one of the Dynasty's top 5 films. So the family rules: blood relatives or legal adoption only, spouses and in-laws do not count, feature films only, television work didn't count because it would have been too complicated, theatre work, same. There was a lot more information on movies. And Dynasty span is measured from the first qualifying feature film contribution to the latest one and scores 5 points for each completed decade. So that, lovely rankers, is the maths behind my list.
Brilliant.
How did you decide?
Vibes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Same, really. It'd be interesting to see how your vibes link up with my science.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought of a load and went, which ones do I think are coolest? Well, not necessarily coolest, but, other things as well, but mainly that. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Fair enough. Let's flip the coin and see who goes first.
I just happen to have it in my hand. Hurst, the coin of decision.
Destiny.
The coin of destiny. And I believe it's heads for Hurst and squirrels have tails.
Correct.
Squirrels have tails again, Hurst.
Wow. It really has switched its allegiance, hasn't it?
That is the same coin that we started with back in our episode 0 as well. It's remained in my possession till now, so it's a piece of history.
Gosh, it must be priceless.
It's worth at least 50p. So, yes, I will kick off.
Right, I'm going to open up my spreadsheets.
With my 5th vibe choice, which was John and Sean Pertwee. Because I thought I want to sneak some British people in there because the list is surprisingly American.
Not that surprising, I suppose.
All these dynasties. So yeah, John Pertwee, he was the 3rd Doctor in Doctor Who. He was born in 1919 and died in 1996, and he played the Doctor from 1970 to 1974. And he was Wurzel Gummidge. Now, Hurst, for people outside of the UK or people who aren't so young as us, why don't you explain Wurzel Gummidge in a way that makes sense?
Well, the sense bit, it was a scarecrow, only he was alive. So really, he was kind of crucified daily and seemed all right about it. And it was a kids' show. So
so children, I think it was on CBC, right?
How do you explain Wurzel Gummidge?
It's weird as shit is what it is. Yeah, Wurzel Gummidge.
It's around the time of Rent-A-Ghost and all those other weird things we had going on there, wasn't it?
But his version of the Doctor stood out as unusually action-orientated. He drove fast cars in car chases. He knew martial arts. He knew Aikido, I think. And he spent much of his era exiled to Earth working with UNIT, which is something that will mean something to Doctor Who fans, I guess. Now, his son, Sean Pertwee, was born in 1964. Sean has been in a huge number of British film and TV credits, including Elementary and Gotham, where he played Alfred, and the incredible movies Dog Soldiers and Event Horizon, which are 2 of my very favorite films. And even though apparently he and his father clashed considerably when they were younger, they they got on as they got older, as these things often do.
But he had him quite old, didn't he? 45 by the time of 2019 and
how old we are now.
1990. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it goes a little bit further, because John Pertwee's father was Roland Pertwee, who was a successful playwright, screenwriter, and an actor. And his daughter, Daryl Pertwee, also became an actress. So this isn't really 2 Pertwees accidentally choosing the same profession. It is a dynasty. It is a line. So, yeah, they've been breeding Pertwees specifically for British TV and movies, and it's some good stuff. John Pertwee, turns out he can defeat you with some weird form of Aikido, and Sean Pertwee looks like he's just going to slap you in the face with a chair, and they're both great. So there we are, number 5. the Pertwee family. God, I hope I've been pronouncing that name right.
Pertwee.
Yeah.
Toast of
Pertwee.
London. The Pertwee families. Okay, great. My number 5 is probably a bit more of a global household name. It's the Douglas family. They scored 204 points, and using my ranking system, which
big
included
number of points.
2 Oscar wins, 3 unsuccessful nominations. The best 5 box office films were. At number 5 was Ant-Man and the Wasp,
of course.
Michael Douglas. Number 11 worldwide, Romancing the Stone, Michael Douglas again. We did a domestic fallback where there weren't accurate records, so we put it in the 4 to 11 category, 4 to 10 category, sorry. Basic Instinct, 1992, Michael Douglas again. Number 9 globally.
Movie, that one, the young teenage squirrel.
Fatal Attraction, another Michael Douglas one. That was number 2 in 1987, and the only one that Kirk Douglas has in the top 5 was The Mighty Spartacus from 1960, which was the number 1 film that year. So that's how the top 5 films came out there. Family contribution, 3 points, and the dynasty span, it was 1946 to 2025. That's the current situation. So that was 40 points. So in all, 204 points. There is actually a third Douglas, Joel Douglas, who is a producer, but only contributed 2 points. So Michael Douglas contributes nearly 61% of all the points. So he is the dominant family member there. Most families do have a more dominant member.
Well, that would make sense, yeah. But Catherine Zeta-Jones doesn't count then?
No, she doesn't count because she married him. It's only the blood relatives or adopted. So yes, the Douglas family dynasty, 204 points in at number 5.
Excellent. Okay, at number 4 for me, less dynasty, more family this time. I've got 3 dudes called Luke, Chris, and Liam. They are the Hemsworths.
Yes.
And they are 3 brothers. They are all professional actors. They are not an enormous expanded dynasty, but maybe it counts. I don't know. So anyway, Luke is the eldest. He's also the shortest. He looks like a cross between Chris Hemsworth and Matt Damon. And he is the ugly one. And by that, I, of course, mean
unfortunate.
He's terrifyingly good looking at any point unless he stood next to his siblings. And Chris is the middle brother and Liam is the youngest. Chris and Liam are obviously the international stars, while Luke's best known international role is the Westworld TV show, which is very good. Chris broke through in Australia on Home and Away before becoming 4. And Liam was on Neighbours and became Gail Hawthorne in The Hunger Games.
Rivalries, Neighbours versus Home and Away.
And also, Luke was in Neighbours, and he got there first, being the eldest. He was acting professionally before either Chris or Liam, including, like I say, appearing in Neighbours. So rather than him being the other Hemsworth, he was actually the trendsetter. He did all the hard work proving that Hemsworths could be employed, and then someone discovered that enormous one. Liam, like I said, also appeared in Neighbours. Chris did Home and Away, Australia, essentially test marking the Hemsworth family before exporting them to Hollywood. And there is a splendidly strange family connection. Their uncle by marriage was Rod Ansell, who is the Australian bushman, who is the real-life Crocodile Dundee that Paul Hogan based his films on.
Gosh,
so
that's cool.
There you are. So, yeah, they're...
Good vibes, that.
Good vibes. They're unusually successful across 3 siblings. Normally you have one who's famous and the other 2 are famous because they're his brother.
This is the other way around.
But, obviously Chris is a blockbuster superstar because of Marvel, but Liam has a major franchise of his own. Luke has a fantastic TV career. And, it's unfair for one family to produce Chris Hemsworth, and making 2 spares feels fucking greedy. So there we are, number 4, the Hemsworths.
Yeah. Fair enough. I quickly got rankled to see how many points they would have scored via my mathematics system. It would have been 80 points. And obviously Chris Hemsworth absolutely carries that. The Avengers, number 1 in 2012. Infinity War, number 1, 2018. Endgame, number 1, 2019. So 60 points just for Chris Hemsworth. Yeah. No Oscars, no nominations.
No. Not yet.
Yeah, they do, considering they are one generation with no Oscars. It's not bad going at all. Spoilers, they're not in my top 5.
Well, obviously, because your lowest was 200 and something.
Indeed. Well, let's have a look at what my number 4 is then. So actually very close, and I had to do quite a lot of repeat verifying and checking things that didn't seem to add up. It's like, well, what about this? What about that? And then it's like, okay, we narrowed it down. But the Howard family dynasty scores 210 points. So very close between the Douglas and Howards. That is 2 Oscar wins, 2 unsuccessful nominations. Family contribution is 10 points. So they've got 4 different things. Ron Howard, obviously, is the major contributor there with acting, directing, and producing. Their top 5 films were... Number 5 was Jurassic World Dominion, which was number 3 worldwide. I say actually, yeah, because she was in those, they did crank up the points. Number 4 was Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, number 3 worldwide again from 2018. 2015's Jurassic World, number 2 worldwide. Bryce Dallas Howard scoring in all 3 of those. But the top 2 were both directed by Ron Howard, which was Apollo 13 from 95, number 3 annually, and The Da Vinci Code, which was number 2 worldwide in 2006. So
there we go.
Probably a surprising one. You wouldn't have thought of that maybe being higher than Apollo 13, but it was. There were other melons. So remember, obviously we know about Ron Howard and Bryce Dallas Howard, but Clint Howard is also an actor who scored by being in 10 plus credited feature films, and Rance Howard. So
Rance,
maybe Rance here, maybe Rance in America.
It's into rhyme. It's spelled like Lance, but with a R.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rance Howard or Rance Howard, we don't know. Let us know a higher. So 59% of all the points came from Ron Howard, just from all his directing, because he has 2 Oscar wins himself. So those are 40 points each. So that really cranks things up. And then Bryce Dallas was 22.4%. The others only 1% each. The rest obviously coming through the duration of it. The dynasty span 1956, obviously from Happy Days through till 2026. Bryce Dallas is still churning out Jurassic World movies.
Oh yeah, Ron Howard must be getting on now, right?
Yeah, you'd think so. I mean,
if he started in...
he's got to be in his 80s or something, hasn't he?
How is that? He's just Richie.
Yeah, Richie Cunningham, who went on to have an absolutely stellar directing career. Oh, he was very young then.
Born in 54.
56. Oh, it must have been Rance Howard then that started off in 56.
Happy Days was in 56. Happy Days was
60s,
based
70s?
in the 60s, and it was filmed quite a lot later, right?
Oh, I don't bloody know.
I don't.
But anyway, he's getting on, but he's still churning out good films. So number 4, the Howard family dynasty with 210 points.
All right, excellent. My number 3 is volume. We're going for volume with the Skarsgårds.
Ah, yes, there's a lot of Skarsgårds.
From Sweden. You have Stellan, Alexander, Gustaf, Bill, and Volta. And those are just the ones I've bothered to write about. Stellan is the father. He has 8 children, and a frankly unreasonable number of them went into acting. Alexander, Gustaf, Bill, and Volta all became actors, while another son, who got away with being called Sam, acted when he was younger, but then he went and did something else. But here comes a useful who's who for you. So Stellan Skarsgård is a heavyweight character actor. He was in Good Will Hunting. He was in Pirates in the Caribbean. He was in Mamma Mia. He was in 4 and Dune and Chernobyl. And he's recently got an Oscar nom for Sentimental Value. So that would have got him 5 points on your list.
Yeah, he is very, very good.
Alexander, his son, is the good-looking one, but he's frequently
True
weird.
Blood, isn't it?
He was good-looking enough to be Eric Northman in True Blood. He was in Big Little Lies. He was in The Northman. I'm not sure if that's related to his True Blood character or not. And he was in the excellent TV show Succession, which is one of my favorites. And he started acting as a child. He stopped when he was 13. He buggered off to join the Swedish military, and then he came back to carry on acting, as you do. So there we are. Gustaf is the eccentric one. He was in Vikings. He was in Westworld. We talked about that earlier. And he has had a long Swedish stage and screen career. And then you got Bill. Bill's just contractually obliged to terrify people. His dad was in Mamma Mia, and Bill was Pennywise in the It films. And he was also in John Wick Chapter 4. He was in Barbarian. He was in Nosferatu. And he was in a film that you might know of. It's called The Crow. I believe you may have mentioned that 1 or 2 times before.
Yeah.
And then finally, young Volta is the youngest of the acting brothers, and He's only worked in Scandinavian film and television, nothing that I have heard of or frankly can pronounce. So I'm not even going to go near it. Yeah, they're all actors, but they're all doing completely different things. And they're not copies of each other. And there's just so many of them. It's like Sweden just put all of their national acting reserve into this one family and said, right, that's where they're going to be now. So yes, number 3, the sheer volume that is the Skarsgårds.
Excellent stuff.
And I hope I'm saying that right as well. Skarsgård. I don't know.
Skarsgårds,
A little circle over the end. I don't want.
Let us know, Malks.
Let us know, Swedish Malks, especially if you're a lady Swedish Malk, because as we know, you're all lovely.
Wasn't that where the chant, the football chant, "You're shit, but your birds are fit" came from?
I mean, they're not wrong.
Are you interested to know how many points these Skarsgård
Oh, I am. I reckon
Dynasty?
they'll do pretty well because there's just so many of the buggers. But I don't know if they're going to hit many of your criterium.
Yeah, they've done pretty well. 120 points. So they've surpassed the Hemsworths, not just in vibes, but in actual points. Dynasty span is 25 because it's Stellan goes back to the 70s. Box office, 80 points. So obviously Stellan being in the worldwide films Pirates, Dead Man's Chest, Pirates at World's End, and The Avengers. So June part. Yeah, quite a lot of good box office stuff for Stellan. He is certainly the one that carries the majority of that. So yeah, well, bravo, good choice.
All right.
My number 3 is the Fonda family dynasty, including Henry Fonda, Jane Fonda, Peter Fonda, Bridget Fonda, and Troy Garrity. Mostly actors, but Peter Fonda did producing and screenwriting as well, and Jane Fonda did some producing. They had 3 Oscar wins, giving them 120 points straight away, matching the Skarsgård family total scores, and another 8 unsuccessful nominations. Dynasty spanned 35 to 25, so that is 90 years, that's 45 points. That's a hell of a Dynasty span. So let's have a look at their top 5 films. The qualifying films were The China Syndrome from 1979, was number 15 worldwide. That was Jane Fonda. The Godfather Part 3, 1990. Bridget Fonda was in that, so that was number 10 globally. Easy Rider from 1969, Peter Fonda, number 4 domestic, fullback score there, because it was such a long time ago. Number 2, 9 to 5, 1980, that was number 2 worldwide. And the number 1, which was also number 2 worldwide from 1981, was On Golden Pond, which was Henry Fonda. So they had some well-known films, and the only 3 I would have really known, 9 to 5, Easy Rider, and The Godfather Part 3. They sat right in the middle of that, bookmarked by tooth. I just didn't know because I guess maybe not as much my kind of thing. Like Godfather 3, yeah, obviously that was a bit pre-me, but actually it wasn't. That was the 1990, wasn't it?
Yeah,
anyway, boring schnoring. So
good luck me doing something with all that shit.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Just leave it all in.
That's all right. I've got a day. We did friend actually to let our Patreons just have this one, didn't we?
Gosh.
As in, not edit it, just put the whole fucking thing out.
I might have to edit some bits.
There's going to be well, no, the Patreons can hear that bit. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, the bit about Harriet. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably something I should have said. Never mind. Carry on.
Anyway, that's 268 points. That's a bit of a jump up from 210. So yeah, they have taken it to the next level. The Fonda family, number 3.
All right, excellent stuff. Number 2, I have Ramon, Carlos, and Emilio Estevez, also known as Martin and Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez. So Martin Sheen was born Ramon Estevez. Couldn't get any work because in those days, America was full of racist shits. And he adopted the stage name Martin Sheen professionally because then he did start to pick up auditions. Charlie Sheen was Carlos Estevez and took his father's professional stage name, but Emilio stuck with Emilio Estevez. And that sounds, when you list them out like Ramon, Emilio, and Carlos Estevez, it sounds considerably less like the cast of Hot Shots, right? But there we are. That's how things work in the acting business, I guess. So yeah, Martin had 4 children, Emilio, Ramon, Carlos, Charlie, and Renee. All four of them became actors, and Martin's brother Joe Estevez is also an actor, so the genetic strike rate there is fucking preposterous. So you've got Martin Sheen, right? He is your fucking anchor. It is astounding. He's never been nominated for an Oscar because he has been in some fantastic shit.
Wow.
He was amazing in The Departed. He was great in Apocalypse Now. He was great in Badlands. He's been in so many solid, powerful movies, acting his fucking arse off. And then he was the president in The West Wing, which is probably the best TV show that exists. And it's great. And if you haven't seen The West Wing Rankers, get on it. It's fantastic. It will make you nostalgic for a world where politics actually has some form of, what's the word for when you do something wrong and have to actually pay for it?
Accountability.
Accountability, that's right. I mean, yes, that seems to have gone away across the world, by the way. I don't just mean America. But yeah, no Oscar for Martin Sheen, not even a nomination, which is fucking ridiculous. And then you got Emilio Estevez, right? He was a member of the Brat Pack in the 1980s, right? There was a group of people, Rob Lowe, some others. They were known as the Brat Pack, and they were in all the young adult films, right? Emilio was in The Breakfast Club. He was in St. Elmo's Fire. He was in Young Guns,
cool.
The Mighty Ducks. He has since kind of moved into directing, but he was certainly a teenage girl's pin-up man, especially for his role in Young Guns with his cowboy outfit. Then you got some guy called Charlie Sheen. Now, we're going to forget a little bit about the more recent stuff that Charlie Sheen has been up to when he went a bit mad and claimed he had tiger blood and everything went a bit weird. And you think, oh yeah, Charlie Sheen, 2.5 Men, right? One of the most successful TV shows of all time. And he was the highest paid male star on TV. He might still hold that record, actually. But before that, he had a genuinely serious film career. He was in Platoon, he was in Wall Street, he was in Young Guns, and he was in Major League. Like, Platoon was an Oliver Stone film, and he was the lead. Like, he was a good actor. And as time went on, he started taking more, I guess, easier roles for him to do, right? He was in, Hot Shots, the one where they took the piss out of, well, everything, but Top Gun especially, and Hot Shots, and other films like that. And then, of course, like I said, 2.5 Men. But he turned into, the gigantic sitcom star that we kind of know him for now. But Martin Sheen produced 4 actors, which suggests that at some point the Estevez household might as well have been fucking investigated for being an unlicensed drama school. It was quite the thing, and they're all a bit bloody good. So there we are, number 2, the Sheen stroke Estevezes.
Would you like
Give
to
it
know
up,
how many points they score?
Not many because of the Oscar shit.
Yeah, it's 94 points.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, dropped down a little from the last time. The big points came from the films.
Yes.
Likely top 5, including Platoon, because that was number 3 domestically. Mission Impossible was one of the biggest films. It was number 15. Apocalypse Now, number 6 domestically in 79. And then Catch Me If You Can, The Departed, filling out the lowest scoring, so about 6 points each.
The Departed was so fucking good.
Yeah, it really, really was. So, 94 points for the Sheen Estevez family, but certainly more prominent and in my psyche since I've been around than, say, the Fonda family.
Yes, that's true. Yes, absolutely true.
If I was just doing it without any research, they might have been one of the families I'd looked at. So, my number 2 is the family dynasty of the Houstons. Who have taken another jump up. So the Fondas scored 268, which was up from 210 from the Howards. The Houstons scored 365 points. So that includes Walter Houston, John Huston, Angelica Houston, Danny Houston, Jack Houston, and Tony Houston. Tony is a screenwriter only, so you wouldn't have heard of him. Obviously, you know of John Huston. He had acting, directing, producing, and screenwriting. Angelica Houston, acting, directing, and Danny Houston, acting, directing, producing. So they were doing a lot, churning out a lot of films across the family.
Oh, that's hit their multipliers, right?
Yeah, so that's done well with the multiple disciplines is the word I'm looking for. John Huston has the lion's share of the points. He's got 45% of all of their points because he won 2 Oscars, had another 13 unsuccessful nominations. The dynasty span is almost 100 years, 1929 to 1926, so they scored 95 as well because it wasn't it's 95, 45, because it wasn't a completed decade. The top 5 that qualified for them were, in fact, all more recent. No, except for the top one. So number 5 was 2009's X-Men Origins Wolverine. That was number 15 worldwide. And number 4, Clash of the Titans from 2010.
Very good.
Number 11 worldwide. And those were both Danny Huston. Wonder Woman 2017. Danny Huston again. Number 10 worldwide. And then we are into the top 2, which were The Addams Family, 1991, Angelica Huston. And number 1 was John Huston's The Bible in the Beginning, which was number 2 worldwide in 1966.
Okay.
Again, lots of big points there. But yeah, I think the Oscar wins when you've got 4 across the family. That really helps bolster your credentials. But they're not easy things to win. So well played, the Hustons. 6 of them say Tony Huston. Danny Huston is probably the one that I thought was surprising because he came in the 3, 4, and 5 and the chosen ones, but he only scored 7% of all of their points. I say John Huston scoring the most. So my number 2 is the family Huston dynasty. 365 points. Point for every day of the year.
Oh, lovely. And just like that, Hurst, we arrive at our worst.
We do.
Right, the worst, Hurst. This one's tricky. I imagine especially tricky for you because surely the worst scientifically is just going to be some family that's had 2 actors that haven't been in anything and scored 0 points. I don't know how you're going to do it, but
I'll tell you in just a moment.
All right, excellent. So my worst is slightly inconvenient because they are incredibly successful. And they are Will, Jada, Jaden, and Willow Smith. And I include them here because it is one of the worst cases of nepotism in Hollywood that I remember in a long goddamn time. Fucking The Karate Kid, where he's not even doing karate. And what was that shitty sci-fi one? After Earth. Oh,
yeah.
Lord, Jesus Christ.
Father and son doing a Hollywood movie together because Will Smith.
Now, The Pursuit of Happiness, which had them being father and son, was actually okay. And
except they spelled happiness wrong. I didn't like it.
They did. It's not got the I, it's got the Y instead, isn't it? But yes, so Will Smith, obviously, incredibly successful. Started off rapping, forgot to pay his taxes, had to take a job doing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and paying 70% of his salary went straight to the tax man from that for quite some time. So they had him by the nods. And he kind of got out of it all right? He went and did Independence Day. He went and did some very choice films and was sensible about what he did for a long time. Became a fucking global megastar, Will Smith. Didn't go so well quite recently. It's a weird family. If you get a chance to kind of watch a documentary about the Smith family and all the things that kind of came out recently-ish after Will Smith knocked Chris Rock about at the Oscars, I just sat watching this thing go, oh my God. But anyway, Jaden and Willow were the children.
Yes. She swings her hair back and forth, doesn't she?
She whips her hair back and
yeah, that's it.
Whips her hair back and forth. And that was very much encouraged by Will. Throughout this, Will has been the kind of driving force of trying to make his kids famous because that's all he really understood growing up. That's how to be popular and accepted, was to be famous. And he made her do whip the hair back and forth. She, it became quite popular. She started touring with, I believe, who were the brothers from that High School Musical movie?
Jonas.
The Jonas Brothers were doing a tour and they had Willow Smith open for them, and she just didn't want to do it anymore. And Will was like, no, you got to keep doing it. All these people have come to see you. And when they woke up the next morning, she had shaved all her fucking hair off. And her song, of course, was Whip Your Hair Back and Forth. And she no longer had any. And then he had to kind of admit that, yeah, maybe she doesn't want to do this. So he moved his attention to Jaden, his son. And Jaden had acted with him in The Pursuit of Happiness. He did an okay job. He was just a young kid at the time. So he started pushing for vehicles for him and Jaden to star in, like The Karate Kid and After Earth, which was really the end of fucking everything because they were so bad And basically, after Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, also obviously a successful actress, she was in Nutty Professor and Set It Off and Scream and The Matrix and Gotham and Independence Day. And the kids the quality fell off a fucking cliff. Like, they were not ready for this. And Will later joked that he and Jada might have gone too far and how much freedom they gave their children creatively. It wasn't freedom. That was you stuffing them into the grinder and trying to make them something they didn't want to be. But yeah, while other families produced actors, the Smiths produced some multimedia lifestyle trend family, and it just didn't work. So yeah, famous family, absolutely. Acting family, no.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy any of the
no. They could get some points, though, I reckon, for your pointinator is going to hand it out, because Will's got the Oscar and a nomination, I think, for King Richard. I think he got nominated, or maybe Ali as well.
Will features easily, Jaden doesn't. Willow and Trey don't get that either, and obviously because Jada doesn't count because she married into the family.
She married in, goddamn.
So specifically,
how do we know that Jada married in and Will didn't? By the way, with your sexist version of this,
because that's just how I've done it. It's the Smith family, not the Pinkett family.
All right, got that.
But the Pinkett family wouldn't qualify either, so it doesn't really matter. Because there is a qualifying criteria for Dynasty, that meant we could find the lowest scoring possible one. So looking for low-budget sibling, parent-child filmmaking families, the lowest legitimate score we've been able to source is 6 points. The Wooden Spoon, the worst of the worst Dynasty family, is the Boukhermer Dynasty, which is French twin brothers Ludovic and Zoran Boukhermer. Under our exact scoring system, they only have 6 points, which is hilariously bad considering the number 10 family, which would have been Bridges, scored 165.
Right.
And they definitely qualify. They are twin brothers and have jointly made 4 feature films. Willie the First in 2016, Teddy, which was a 2021 special, The Year of the Shark from 2022.
The Year of the Shark?
The Year.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was a clever name.
And The Children After Them, which is from 2024. Both credited as writers and directors, so each clears the writer, director, producer on 3 feature films. Threshold, their score category, Oscar wins, 0. Oscar nomination, 0. Box office, 0. Family contribution, 6, on account of they all do a bit of it. Dynasty span, 0. So they have 2 substantial disciplines each, directing and screenwriting under the multipliers, and that's 3 points each. And their other occasional credits don't appear substantial enough. And the box office is magnificently hopeless. Willie the First grossed about $77,400 worldwide. Oh, Teddy, $142,000. Good stuff. I mean, gross didn't. Don't know how much they spent on it. And even their comparatively gigantic and their children then after them only managed 2.29 million worldwide, which is a pretty good jump up. But none gets even remotely close to annual worldwide top 100 position. For context, the number 72 film of 2016 made 118 million. So, 60 times more they might have broken in. Willie made 77 grand that year. So yes, Rotten Tomatoes is the Boukhermer Dynasty with 6 points. And there's an especially lovely bit of trivia for them. Their actual brother, Yuri, works in films too, including as a costume designer on The Year of the Shark, but doesn't meet our qualifying threshold, so he can't even rescue them with another couple of sympathy points. 6 points. Well played, guys. Bigger dynasty than mine, though, so, can't be too harsh.
Yeah, that's true. It is true, and mine. Well, enough about the worst Hurst. Should we talk about the first Hurst? Hurst at number 1. Some people you may have heard of called the Coppolas. I have the Coppola family dynasty. They're not specifically an acting dynasty. They are a fucking Hollywood dynasty, right? They have acted, they have directed, they have done writing, they have done music in film, they have done all sorts of shit. So it all starts with Carmine Coppola, who is the father of Francis Ford Coppola, August Coppola, and Talia Shire, who is his daughter. And he was a composer and flautist, which I believe means he played the flute, or it might have just meant he ran away a lot. I'm not sure. but he had some kids, and his kids were pretty famous. Francis Ford Coppola, one of the defining directors of Hollywood, what I believe was called New Hollywood at the time, even though I guess it's fairly old now. Some little films like The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2 and Apocalypse Now and The Conversation.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah, right. That's a run in the 70s, and that's ludicrous. Those 4 films in one decade is unheard of now. It is incredible. And he had a daughter, Sofia Coppola. We're going to come on to her in a minute. But first, we're going to talk about August Coppola, who didn't really do anything. And then we're going to talk about Talia Shire, who is the daughter of Carmine Coppola and Francis Ford Coppola's sister, obviously. And she's in the Godfather movies. Okay, he's probably just got in the Godfather movies because of Francis Ford Coppola. Yeah, she's also Adrian in Rocky, so fuck off.
Yeah,
Adrian! Man. So that is 2 of the defining film franchises of the 70s again. And her brother directed her in The Godfather, so they apparently turned some family drama into fictional drama on the screen as well. So good job. And then you've got August, who didn't do any acting, like I said, but he did have a son called Nicholas Coppola. And he changed his name to Nicolas Cage because he wanted to do it on his own. Motherfucking Nick Cage, what? Yeah, he's part of this too. He wanted to establish himself separately from the Coppola name, and he named himself after Luke Cage, the Marvel superhero, and a composer called John Cage, who his grandfather knew, I believe. And he used his professional name for decades and formally made Cage his legal surname at some point in the future. And it worked. He won Best Actor for Leaving Las Vegas, and then constructed a career containing Moonstruck, Raising Arizona, and then somehow Face Off, Con Air, The Rock, Adaptation, National Treasure, and approximately 400 other fucking films in which Nicolas Cage behaves like Nicolas Cage, and I love every single one of them.
He's brilliant, isn't he?
He is a particularly strong defense against the Nepo baby thing. He was a Coppola behind closed doors, of course, but he became Nick Cage so much that people forget that he's anything to do with this. Unless they know, you forget, like, oh, yeah, he's Nick Coppola. He's fucking related to all these bloody people.
Genuinely, prior to this, I did not know that.
There you go. Wow.
I was really surprised and delighted to find out.
And then Sofia Coppola. And her acting career started when she was a baby in The Godfather. Probably a little bit of nepotism going on there, but she did play a male baby. So that is a strong role for a young girl to take at that age to be able to pull that off. So congratulations to her. Then she was in The Godfather Part 3 and it wasn't great. But then she became a major filmmaker. She directed Lost in Translation, which of course was a huge deal, and basically had a cracking career arc. And I've got a quote here from, who is it? Oh, it's from Francis Ford Coppola. Everyone told Sophia that she couldn't act, so she responded by becoming one of America's most important directors. Good on that. And then we've got another one sneaking in, mate. Jason Schwartzman is involved in all this because he's Talia Shire's son. So Jason Schwartzman sneaks in. Jason Schwartzman, who is in Rushmore, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Fantastic Mr. Fox, The Grand Budapest Hotel. Fucking bonus career from nowhere. Jason Schwartzman comes in. He started off as a drummer in a band called Phantom Planet. They did the song California, which was used as the theme tune to The O.C., if you remember that TV show.
I do not.
And yeah, then he moved into acting. And they've just got fucking Oscars coming out of their bumholes, Hurst. You've got Oscars for directing, for screenwriting, for producing, for acting, for composing, all inside this one family. And it is fucking incredible. They have Hollywood in their DNA. They are my number one choice.
Hit me with those facts then. An estimated fact.
Well, estimated fact. Here we go. Sofia Coppola became the first American woman nominated for the Best Director Oscar. Oh. Fact. Talia Shire remains the only Coppola family member who is nominated for an acting Oscar.
Mm-hmm. It's not that one. It's the first one.
Why don't you think it's the second one, Hurst?
Because you did just say Nicolas Cage won an Oscar.
He won a fucking Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas. Sophia was the first American woman to win a directing Oscar for Lost in Translation, which is a fantastic film. Not everyone shares that sentiment, but I think everyone agrees it is very well directed. Bill Murray
and Scarlett Johansson. I really like that.
And Nick Cage has only received acting noms, and of course he won for Leaving Las Vegas. And there we are. The Coppolas, goddamn.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're going to be your number one because There's so much marrying in and I don't know how your numbers are going to work with that one. Let's find out together.
Would you like to know how many points they scored?
Oh, I would like to know how many points they scored first.
Well, I can tell you it's 540 points because... Of course the Coppolas are number one. There's no one even close. 540 points. Remember, the Houstons totally took it up a notch to 365 points.
Oh my God, they got buried.
180 points later, 175 points later, enter the Coppolas. They don't get out of bed for less than 500 points. And that's without any of the people who married into it as well, because you've got like Arquettes and other people. The Oscars themselves, it would have taken them probably past 700 points if you'd allowed that sort of stuff. Again, it was too complicated. But Oscar wins themselves 320 points. Do you remember how many points the Fondas got? That was 268. Just on Oscars, the Coppolas have 320. I mean, they are absolutely bonkers numbers. So, yeah, you've been through a lot of the people. So, Carmine, Francis, Talia, Nicolas Cage, Roman Coppola, who directed, produced, and screenwriting. So, he's not a well-known name, but he's right in there. Sophia, Jason Robert Schwartzman, Christopher Coppola, Mark Coppola. It just goes on and on and on. 1962 to 2026, they're still churning out points. So it's 30 points. The top five, this is the crazy one, like, where you've got to start looking at what are the top five films they had. There are some in there that, well, one in particular that just doesn't seem like it would be, but sure as hell was. So number 5 was 1987's Moonstruck, which was Nick Cage. Number 5. Worldwide. Number 4, National Treasure, Book of Secrets. Wouldn't think that was a top one, but that was number 9 worldwide. The Rock from 1996, again, Nick Cage, number 4 worldwide. And then we are into Rocky, which is number 1 worldwide for Talia Shire. And of course, The Godfather, 1972, number 1 worldwide. So jumbo points there as well. The major point scorer there, I mean, in a family full of heavyweights, is of course Francis Ford Coppola and his 5 Oscar wins. What was I just saying? So the Fondas were in 3rd place, weren't they, with 268 points.
Yep.
Francis Ford Coppola scores 269 points. He would have been in 3rd place on his own. Then you throw in the others as well. It's just an absolute bitch slapping of all the other families. It's not even close. It's funny how far away from close it is. So, I mean, the Coppolas are just absolutely dominant. I say again to who gave us the subject? Adam. Yeah. So acting dynasties, we both went the same way. It's like you can't really just have acting because they're just the glory boys, aren't they? That's what we decided. The actors are there in front, but there's no one ever won a Best Actor Oscar working for a shit director, or producer. Like it's.
If that's true. But yeah,
I'm almost certain that's true. If it's a crap film, then the actor can't really do anything with it, can he?
That's true.
Yeah, let me hit you with my facts and fun facts.
Facts and fun facts?
Facts and estimated facts.
Okay.
Fact. If Tom Cruise was a movie dynasty, he would have ranked at number 7 in the top 10.
Oh, that's a great one.
Fact. Sofia Coppola appears in all 3 Godfather films.
I don't think she was in the second one. I want it to be Tom Cruise so bad. I know he doesn't count because of reasons.
Because he
has so many popular films. I reckon it's doable. And he produces them. Does that get him a multiplier?
It does get him more points, yeah.
I know that he's I reckon he might well do because of all the Mission Impossible films he produces and fucking Top Gun Maverick. Come on, give it to me.
Sofia Coppola appears in all 3 Godfather films. She is the baby in the first one, but she also plays a random child in the Godfather 2
bollocks.
as well. Obviously, she's a named part in Godfather 3. But no, Tom Cruise actually would score. I have got this because I had to check it first. 133 points.
Holy
Tom
shit.
Cruise scores on his own.
Here we go.
He's not 3rd, but there. So Katharine Hepburn would be the highest individual points score, although in fairness, Francis Ford Coppola scored 269, so, you know.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. And we've locked in the number 1. The number 1 acting dynasty is the Coppola family. Do you remember when the last time we locked in on number 1 was, Hurst? Guess how long ago that was?
I'm trying to think which one it would have been. So we weren't allowed The Matrix, but it was probably The Matrix anyway.
We weren't allowed The Matrix in post-apocalyptic movies. That was the rule we set.
That was 99 movies, wasn't it?
No, it was not, because The Matrix was indeed number 1 for both of us in 99 movies.
That was a long time ago.
Episode 5 of Series 1.
Shit.
That was on the 26th of March last year.
Good stats.
So,
Good stats.
It's been a while, Rankers, since we locked in the number 1 before the voting had even finished. But there's still the rest of the top 5, don't forget. And that's almost as important.
Almost important. And in fairness, as yours went through, with one exception, they did go up in points as I ran them through the rankulator.
So, rankulator. I like that a lot. Quick peek behind the curtain, Rankers. We are having some technical difficulties, so let's wrap this motherfucker up. Normally, we could probably do this quite quick. However, it is the end of the season, and I feel it would be churlish if we didn't thank our listeners for sticking with us through yet another 20 episodes of, let's face it, bollocks. Thank you very much. Whether you just listen, whether you listen and rank, whether you comment on stuff, whether you're one of our Patreons, whatever. Thank you very much. It is a strange experience to see our download numbers go up each week. And yeah, you're the reason we do this. God knows we don't do it for the money, chicks, power, or chicks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much to all of our lovely rankers. But also, again, massive shout out. Squirrell does a fuck ton of work on this in the background. It's stuff that I just can't get myself to do. I get really edged about even thinking about doing it.
Patreons know well.
Yeah. The thing is, I must be only half an hour away from doing it, and I've got this massive mental block stopping me from actually going in and doing it. Hopefully I will have it done before we start the next one, and I will try and contribute other things like I've been trying to do this week, my stupid handout notes and stuff. But yeah, good work, Squirrell. This would definitely fall apart if you weren't doing that.
Yeah, there'd be none of it, let's face it.
There'd be nothing. So massive shout out to Squirrell if you do win the second season as well, then fair play.
Now, I've just remembered that me and you were going to talk and make a decision about whether or not we span the wheel at the end of this episode, or we saved it for a couple of weeks before we come back. And we didn't talk about that at all, did we? So what we're going to do, I think that we should leave it, because there's quite a lot of people I need to chase up to replace their original choices on the wheel.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's your call. I mean, it'll be a strange end to an episode without doing it, but it'll also be a really cool intro, or teaser for the next season.
Yes, we don't have to try and think about what to say, right? And you have however long our break is to vote on this one, Rankers. So you've got a little while.
This could get us over the 100 mark. Come on.
This is when it will happen.
Share the podcast with all your friends. Just make them vote.
Yes, do share it with your friends. Do tell people about us. Do listen and enjoy. Review it on your podcatcher of choice. Subscribe if you haven't, because honestly, why wouldn't you? It's just easier to listen that way.
Write about us. Do nice things. Do the stuff that helps our algorithms.
That's right.
That's the thing.
Do all the nice things, and if you've got some spare cash, you can join our Patreon. Even though we're not going to charge you for it across the break, we will pause it like we did last time. But That's
a good point, because there's only one place left.
£1 slot left to become.
Shane, you could have come in at the last 24th hour, or they don't say that. Come in at the 12th hour and nabbed that last £1 patron. After that, it goes up to £2 for anyone who wants to join.
That's right.
Of course, there are our number ones. They're still available, aren't they?
They are, and we will come back to them in just a second. I just wanted to say some of the many benefits that you get for being a Patreon, which aren't actually that many. But you get to choose something that goes on the wheel of decision. You get to choose one of the topics we rank. Like today, we chose Adams and did acting dynasties. But you can pick anything you like within a few criteria, i.e. we haven't done it before and it's not bloody stupid. And yeah, we might be doing an episode that you suggest in the future. You also get some Patreon-only goodies. This episode, in its entirety, with zero editing, zero anything, is going out to the Patreons to listen to if they want to. We're currently at 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 54 seconds of recording, so good luck to them. But, they asked for it, so I will do it, because frankly it's zero effort to do so.
Yeah, no, that seems reasonable. I was thinking about for the giving it up for our number ones, because we both had the Coppolas, and I suspected that might be the case. I thought maybe I should do a Godfather voice.
Well, that was exactly what I was going to ask you to do. I was going to ask you to do an Italian mafia voice to read out our number ones in the style of my choosing is... What's the guy called from The Godfather? I got Bruno Tagnoli stuck in my head.
Vito Corleone.
Vito Corleone, that's right. Give him up.
Giving it up for number ones. We've got guest tap on this, the day of our final episode. Goddess Jasmine. We're giving it up for Kovac.
We're giving it up for the money slinger. And it would be an insult to our family if we didn't also give it up for Dav Paz. Love you guys.
There we go. Thank you very much. Kind of sounded a bit like Trump.
Yeah, I mean, no one ever said these were going to be good impressions just because I did one good one last week.
That's absolutely true.
They have mostly been disastrously bad, but that's what makes them funny.
It does. Let's sling this one into the bank, Hurst. You can find us on Blue Sky. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us fucking everywhere. Search Top 5 Face Off. You will find us. Our website, top5faceoff.co.uk. That's where you get a vote. If you do nothing else, go to the website and vote. That is the most important bit. Leave us a nice comment if you'd like to. Put your name on it if you want to hear it on the internets. Also, for the last time this season, Hurst. Oh no. I accidentally drove a bulldozer into my house and I have a big hole on my wall and I want to cover it up with some arts. And I looked on the internet and there were so many arts and it was all shit. Where can I go for good arts?
I would come directly to me. Don't fuck about with the Googles. Just come straight to doghouseart.co.uk. Give me a call. I can hook you up either with some of my existing arts, which are still on 30% discount for our Patreons if you use the code The Facts Are Exact. But if you want something specific or niche, you want me to do something of your design, then I will also do that as well. But I don't do 30% discount because they take fucking ages and I really care hard about them. One of our lovely Patreons has commissioned one recently, which I completed, and they were very happy with it. Exceeded expectations was the official verdict. So that's an endorsement from one of your own.
There you go. Or they thought you were going to be shit and they were pleasantly surprised that it was mediocre.
Yeah, well, mediocre, I'll take it.
Still better. Still better than they thought. That's the important bit.
If they've listened to the show, they can't be expecting much.
Yeah, speaking of which, shall we sling this one as we're done?
Haphazardly trying to do a little bit of this and that.
Yeah. Nah.
Crackerjack. All right, well, it's been another emotional roller coaster this second season. I'm hoping for the big win this week, and then
so we get a draw.
So it's 9, isn't it? It's 10-9 to you at the minute.
Yeah, so the best you can do is a draw.
We'll find out at the beginning of the next one if we drew the season or if Squirrell takes an unassailable lead.
We will. Please rewind this podcast for the next people that come along and listen, and we will see you after our break to talk about we don't know what yet. Goodness, the excitement.
Could be anything. If you have any ideas for the show or changes that you've thought of, just ping them over because we do have a bit of a discussion between seasons.
Yeah, Hurst and I don't just stop talking to each other for however long. What's the email address they can send it to, Hurst?
All sorts at Top 5 Face Off.
Hello at top5faceoff.co.uk.
Hello at Top 5. Or probably information. I'm sure that you've got loads of them set up because you're organised like that.
No, just hello at Top 5 is the only one we need. Hello at top5faceoff.co.uk.
There you go. Hello at top5faceoff.co.uk. Yeah, give us
Jesus
your
Christ, tell them you love them so we can go.
Steal them and pull them right now. I'm going to make them listen.
Fuck, well, I'm going. So it's up to you.
Play the Meatloaf song again for them.
You play the Meatloaf song again. This is already 2 hours long.
Okay, until next time, see you later, Rankers. Love you.
Top 5 Face Off is presented by Matt Hurst and Matt Squirrell and produced by Powerstorm Awesomefire Incorporated. For more details and to vote for a winner, visit top5faceoff.co.uk. Thanks for listening.
Top 5 Face Off. Top 5 Face Off. Top 5 Face Off.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, Rankers. Welcome back. Or If you're new to the show, you've come right on the last... Oh, fuck.
Beep.
But for these new rankers...
News wankers. Fucking news wankers. Please let us know the official top 5 movie intros.
Number 1. Nope.
Nope. I mean, it's up to you. I just move it.
Skip to the end.
All right. Let's speed things up.
At number 5.
John Pertwee, he was the third Doctor Who. He was the third... No, that's the nerds are going to come at me. He was the third Doctor in Doctor Who.
It's only the blood relatives or adopted, and I've got cramp in my left leg. Motherfucker.
Quite good in Pursuit of Happiness, and then he just started writing vehicles.
So that's my phone. This is my ringtone rankers. That's my parents for a moment.
Brilliant. Here you go, patrons.